The government has passed legislation that changes the rules for every SMSF owner in Australia. In a deal with the Greens, they've banned self-managed super funds from borrowing money to buy residential property, and the ban kicks in on the 10th of August 2026. If you've got an SMSF or you're thinking about one and property is part of your plan, you need to understand exactly what changed, because there are some major exceptions to this ban that most people still don't know about. I'm Troy, founder of Blue Chip SMSF, and we've set up thousands of SMSFs for Aussies. Today, we're cutting through the noise to explain exactly what this ban means, what happens to existing loans, and how you can still buy property in your SMSF. Welcome to SMSF Insider, where we help busy professionals to gain financial independence using an SMSF. Hi, I'm Troy, founder of Blue Chip SMSF Services, and over the last 20 years, I've helped thousands of Aussies manage the complexities of self-managed super funds. And in this podcast, I'll answer your questions, break down the myths, so you can take charge of your financial freedom. Let's get into it. Let's get straight to the facts. The government has passed legislation banning new limited recourse borrowing arrangements, or LRBAs, for residential property. So you can no longer set up a new loan inside your SMSF to buy a house, an apartment, or a townhouse. The ban takes effect on the 10th of August 2026, which is exactly 45 days after the bill received royal assent. This was a rushed political deal. There was no consultation, no industry review, and it completely ignores the fact that multiple previous inquiries found no systemic risk with SMSF borrowing. But it's now the law. So who does this actually affect? If you already have a residential property in your SMSF with an existing loan, take a breath, you're safe. The government has confirmed that all existing residential LRBAs are fully grandfathered. Your loan continues, your property stays in the fund, and your tax concessions remain exactly the same. If you're currently in the middle of buying a property, you're on the clock. There's a 45-day transitional window. As long as your contract is signed and your holding trust structures are correctly established before the 10th of August, your purchase is protected, even if settlement happens after that date. But what if you are planning to buy a residential property next year? Does this mean property is dead for SMSFs? Absolutely not. And this is where the headlines are getting it wrong. First, the ban only applies to borrowing. If you have enough cash in your SMSF, either through existing balances, rollovers, you can still buy residential property outright. There is no ban on an SMSF owning residential real estate. The ban is purely on taking out a new loan to acquire it. The next thing to know is that the ban doesn't apply to what's legally defined as business real property. That's property used wholly and exclusively in a business. For most business owners, this means you can still borrow inside your SMSF to buy commercial premises like offices, warehouses, and retail shops and lease them back to your own company. That strategy is completely intact. The key distinction is that the property needs to be used in a business. A vacant commercial building or an off-the-plan commercial property that isn't in business use yet sits in a grey area. So that's something to get specific advice on before acting. Just quickly, guys, if you're a busy professional, fed up with traditional super funds and overwhelmed by the setup of your SMSF, we can help. Book in a call with my team using the link in the show notes, and let's build your future on your terms. Now, back to the episode. So what should you do now? If you're in the middle of a residential purchase, you need to move fast. You must ensure your contracts and bare trusts are executed before the August deadline. If you are planning to borrow for residential property in the future, you need to pivot your strategy. That might mean focusing on building your balance to buy outright, or it might mean shifting your focus to the commercial property sector where borrowing is still fully supported. The rules of the game have changed, but the SMSF structure remains the most powerful tax vehicle in Australia for building wealth. You just need to know how to navigate the new landscape. If you want to get your SMSF set up so that you can explore buying commercial property through an SMSF, you can book a free call with our team. The link is in the description. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of SMSF Insider. If you got value from this, make sure you subscribe so you never miss the strategies we share to help you take control of your financial future. Find us on socials at Blue Chip SMSF or book a call with our team to see if we can help you.